Hello, everyone. This is Sara Speechley, Superstar Director, Team Heaven Sent. So today our Zoom training call will be 5 ways, or actually a few ways, to work smarter, not harder. Okay, this is something, and I'm going to give 5 specific ideas to work on, and then I'm going to give you some different systems. So why do people get overwhelmed? Why do people aren't successful with Scentsy? It's because they get overwhelmed. They find excuses. They don't have systems in hand. They're not working their business like a business. So those are some things we want to talk about today. Working harder, working smarter, not harder. So many times we think we're working our business and really we are just going through Facebook wasting time, right? Or trying to find a system or trying to find different things. So it's very, very important. Okay, I am successful with Scentsy, not because I'm the best seller, not because I'm the best recruiter out there, not because I'm the best at really anything. I'm not the best at parties, events, whatnot, but I'm consistent. Consistent is the key to success. If you continue to work your business consistently, you will become successful. And it does take work and time. But how can you do it in a short amount of time? I know a lot of you have kids, you have people you're taking care of, or maybe elderly parents or young children, maybe you work another job. How can you still make your business successful? You know what? It is possible. It really is. But you have to be smart with the time you use. So we're going to talk about 5 things that will help you become smarter with your business. First, and I know I've talked about this multiple times, is what are your goals? Make sure you set goals. I know a lot of people just come in and they work and I want to make money. Okay, great. Making money is great, but you need to be specific on what you want. With Scentsy, do you want to be director? Do you want to get to lead? Do you want to get to star? What is your next goal? And I want you to write that down. And then, and I've talked about this in goal settings. You can watch one of the trainings we've done on that, but we're going to talk just briefly. Find ways to break that down. So for example, we're going to just use director. I'm going to use director as an example. If you want to hit director by the end of the year, how are you going to reach it? Okay, I would recommend selling 1,000 to 2,000 a month. Okay, I would recommend getting at least 2 recruits a month. Those would be my goals. Now, okay, that's nice to have. How am I going to reach that? Okay, to sell, we'll use 2,000 for example. I need to have 5 parties. Okay, that we're estimating each party will be about 500. That extra one will be if some of those are less. Sometimes basket parties are a little less for me, or sometimes my online are a little less than 500. So I do at least 5 parties. And sometimes one of them may bail. So at least you still have the other 4. So always set 5 parties a month. With the 2 recruits, I would recommend talking to 10 people every week. That is breaking down your goals. Okay, that is an example. If you want help breaking down your goals, I would be more than happy. But that's what you need to do. You need to set a goal and you need to break it down. Okay? If you are just running your business and not having a goal you're working towards, you're kind of spinning your wheels. Really, you have to have a goal because that's going to help you. Another thing with this is make sure your activities that you set in your systems are activities that are going to make you money. Okay? A lot of times we think, okay, I'm going to organize my desk. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to set up this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to get in systems. Systems are good to have. It's good to be organized, but those are not money producing activities. You need to do activities that will make you money, right? Parties, recruiting, events, following up customers, team sales, working with your team. Those things are what's going to get you money and get your business growing. So find out how many of those activities you need to have in a month, or you want to set up for a month, and set them up. We'll talk about the systems in a minute, But once you know the activity you need to do, make sure to break it down. And know that if you want to get 2 recruits throughout the month, you need to talk to not just 2 people, because we know that may not happen. You may be planting seeds in 50 heads or 40 or whatnot. I would say talk to maybe 15 a week, 10 a week, 10 to 15, actually asking them. And this is not just putting a post on social media. Now that's great too, and you can get stuff there, and doing videos and YouTubes and lives. Those are all great, great ways. But it's those people that comment, oh, that sounds interesting. Those are your follow-ups. Those are your one. The people you're following up, having one-on-one conversations with, those are the people that you count as talking to. Okay, so your first was to set your goals and break them down into action steps. Second is you need to work your business like a business. Okay, the great thing about direct sales is you get to work from home. You know what? Half the time I'm in my pajamas when I'm working. You know, I'm in comfy clothes. That's okay. You get to work from home. You get to set your hours. You get to set when you want to work, how often you want to work. But that's the great side. But the downside is too many times people don't work their business, or they say I'm working their business by playing games on Facebook or whatnot. You actually need to be a business owner. Be proud that you are a Scentsy consultant too. When people talk to you what you do, tell them, I'm a Scentsy consultant. Be proud of what you do. And remember, you hold the keys to your office, to your business, as if you owned a business outside in an office building. If you wanted that business to be successful, how many times would you use that key to open those doors and work? Okay, anyone who only works never, or, oh, I can't go into my office today, I'm not feeling great, or I got kids at home, or I have this or this, there's always excuses, okay? If you guys know my story, I've told my story many times. I have a lot of health issues. I'm in pain a lot. I could use my excuses. I hurt too much. I can't do this training. I'm not going to do it. You know what? I keep plowing through. I keep going with my business because I am the CEO of my business, and I'm going to work it. If I shut my doors and find excuses not to go in, my business will fail. So you have to kind of motivate yourself. You have to kind of push yourself to work your business, or you're going to fail. Bottom line. So make sure you're consistent. And again, setting these systems that we'll talk about in a minute. So that was the second, work your business. The third is income producing activities. I talked a little about this before. Make sure you're working on things that make you money. We talked, excuse me, I've had a cold for a few weeks. We've talked about parties. What are things that make you money? Parties, getting recruits, talking to people, following up, whatnot. It is your business. You need to work on those things. Those are what it is. If you have never listened to Orville's 4 chords, those are the things that are going to help you with your business. We'll talk a little more about that in a minute too. Okay, the fourth is setting up systems. Systems are very important to your business. One, they help you work smarter, and they're less stressful. If you have, okay, here's what I need done, done, got it done, it gets you set up to work smarter and to get rid of a lot of the fluff that we all do when we're sitting in front of the computer or sitting in front of, doing whatever we're doing. It helps you stay focused on your goals. So what are some of the systems I wanted to talk to you about? But first, you may already have a system, but is it working? And can you improve it? You know what? I think there is always room for improvement. Always. Even as a superstar director who's been with Scentsy for almost 14 years, there's always improvements, that ways I can better my systems. So I'm hoping you can take some of these and work on them. Now, remember, every system is different And you need to find one that works for you, but you do need to have a system and work it. Don't find excuses. Don't push it off. Find a system that works with you. And remember, everyone's lives are a little different. Everyone's schedules are a little different. Everyone's personalities are a little different. So finding one that will work with you. I wanted to talk to you about several different ones that I have tried, or ones that I've liked, or ones that I know people working on. So first, with setting up your systems, find out what will work with you. A few that are some ideas. So first is create a schedule to work your business. Make sure it works with your lifestyles and your family. Depending on your personalities, you might want to set them certain hours. Maybe you have kids. Maybe you have kids taking a nap at a certain time. So you want to work your business nap time. Mondays through Fridays, I'm going to work from 11 to 1. Or guess what? They go have a play date, or maybe their favorite show's on at this time. You can kind of be with them, but still be able to work your business. Set those times. But when you set those times, make sure you're doing your checklist or your systems. Maybe keep one evening available, maybe Tuesdays from 7 to 9, and Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, whatever you want. Set the times to do it. But if you're going to do it with times, make sure when you are working those hours that you are focused on the activities that are going to make your business grow. Okay. Maybe a flex schedule isn't for you. Maybe you'd rather do like the power hours. Okay. I am a huge fan of the power hours. And seriously, I know anyone can find an hour of the day to work your business. Now, I'm not saying maybe you don't have a full hour straight, but 15 minutes here, 15 minutes here, 15 minutes here, 15 minutes here. That works too. I guarantee you can find 4 15-minute segments to work your business. And guess what? If you want to grow your business even faster, double it. Work 2 hours a day and do this. But the nice thing with the power hour is it makes you focus on the activities that need to be done. And I find I love the power hour because I'm not bouncing around as much. I focus on this. Now, there's different even systems of the power hour. Again, find what works for you. So I am going to excuse me, tell you. So the one I have always done, let me take is the 4 15 minutes, where the first 15 minutes I look down. I look down in my downline. I check totals. I look at new recruits, struggling consultants, powerhouse consultants, work with email, talk with them, text them, rank advancements, etc. 15 minutes. Okay. You can do that. Just look down. So first 15 minutes is look down. Second 15 minutes is look in. Okay. Recognition is huge, huge, huge part of your business. Send emails or cards, thank you, welcomes to your new team members. Put new team members in your email address books. You can also recognize, anyone who's doing that. Recognition. Okay, everyone loves recognition, and your team, your downline, will do better if they get recognized. So make sure to do recognition. Now, if you don't have a downline, use that time to work on your downline, finding downlines, working on that. Third is looking out. Okay, that's where you're going to do customer service, follow-ups, working on any problems, contacting hosts, upcoming parties, party calling, adding emails to your newsletter, checking missing testers. So looking out, looking at your business, working on getting that. The fourth is looking up and going forward. This is kind of your personal, setting goals, doing trainings, finding new leads, finding new customers, kind of marketing, any of the business type aspects, calculating that kind of stuff that you need, maybe incentive trips, whatnot. That would be looking up and going forward, looking at what your next goal is, working up there. Okay, so that is one way to do it. excuse me. Another Sensi, and this is fairly new. They made, hopefully that's not backwards. They did a power hour. This is in your workstation. So I'm not going to go through this as much, but there's two different actually ways that you can do. Just type in power hour in the search of your workstation, and this will come up. Print it off. What I would recommend doing is putting it, either laminating it, or like me, because I'm lazy and don't want to go laminate nor have the stuff to laminate, I just put it in a little slip folder, or slip. Oh my goodness, my mind went blank what these are. Anyway, one of these clear things that you can write over and then erase and set your goals. So this gives you two different types of power hours. One, it says dedicate 1 hour every day to complete the following task and watch your business grow. So it has things to work on. Simple as that. Follow up, network, check in, share the opportunity, cultivate vital behaviors, and it gives you a steps on those, and some others, and then create to-do list. So there you go. It talks about things you need to do. Simple as that. Do them, underline them, check them off every day. You know what? This is golden. Really, it is. This is golden. The next is the daily power hour checkoff list. Now this I super love, because I'm a checkoff person, because when I check something off, or for those in UK, I think it's tick. I know you don't do checks, but tick the box just sounds wrong to me, but I know that's what they say. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm accomplishing things and getting somewhere with my business. So this is great. It has a spot, today's top goals, your date, your monthly goal for PRV, TWV, GWV, your current goal. Again, put it on this, write on it with an erase marker, and erase it every day. Update it. If your goal is the same, you don't have to update it. Or if you sold some, you can just change that. Hopefully your monthly goal is not going to be. But look, 5 places for follow-up, 5 places for network, 5 places with check-in, and 5 places with shared opportunity. Not only that, it gives you some ideas, prospecting, recognize excellence, some other things to do. Personally, if you had any system, I love this one. I think this is one of the best, since he already made this great worksheet for you. It's better than my old one I was using, but this is a great way. Again, it's on your workstation. Okay, checklist is another one. A lot of people like to do just a set checklist, not the power hour one that they can do. The nice thing with even this power hour or your checklist, you can fold this up and take it with you on the go. Okay, a lot of times I am working my business while I am going. If I am at school waiting to pick up my daughter, guess what? I do my follow-up texts or some of my emails, or I'll do some text to the team. Check, got that done. It's right there. You can do it on the go. Maven is a great follow-up system. I have a full training just on Maven, and it's amazing. Maven, I love it for follow-up. It makes my follow-ups so simple. But you can do them at games. I've been at games watching my kids, and I watch, but okay, my kids are the cheerleaders, so I'm usually just watching when they're performing or doing a cheer. But I can work. Women are good at multitasking. So why not take your little checklist there and do it? What's fun is sometimes I'll bring catalogs and do my organization or whatnot. People around me talk to me or ask me what I'm doing, or ask if they can have a catalog or information. It's a good way to show. Guess what? Your business, you can incorporate with it. But again, break that time down. So you're focused on maybe 2 minutes here, 2 minutes there. I don't know. You can work your business around you, but the key is working it and being consistent. Themed days are another thing that you may like to do. That's when you do a certain activity each day. I've tried this and I've actually really liked it, but again, like I said, we all are updating and learning new systems. So for example, what I would do is Mondays was when I would do sales. I would work on setting up my parties. I always did that first because you got to set those parties up for the week. Setting up parties, following up with hosts, getting bookings, whatnot. That was what I would work on Monday. Tuesday was team training Tuesday. So I would either listen to calls since he has their trainings on Tuesdays, and our team has them on Tuesdays, trying to keep them in the same day for those that do it that way. Or you can do recordings. There are amazing trainings in the recording center. There's something you want to work on. Once a week, I would highly recommend doing it. Organize your list of to-dos or your checklists and work on any of that. Wednesday, talk to 10 people about opportunity. Make recruiting packets. So Wednesday's kind of my working, following up with past recruits, your recruiting brochures. That would be your Wednesday. Thursday, Team Thursday, check in with team, motivate your team, send challenges, text, follow up, check who's doing well, check who's maybe falling off. Friday is follow up with customers, leads, and Saturdays, placing orders and marketing. Okay, so that's a themed week. That's another setting that you can do. There's different ways to work your business. Again, with that, I would at least do an hour because you're kind of, instead of doing 1 hour of everything, you're doing 1 hour of one specific, but at least you're doing it every week. So find what works well with you. The last one is just throughout the day. Make sure you have a set system to make sure you're working throughout the day, whether it's the checklist. Another one that's I've heard many years ago, don't hear it as often, is the bracelets. Have you guys ever heard those? Where you have 10 bracelets on your left hand, and what it does is each time you talk to someone about the opportunity, or maybe you're working on book parties that day, you move the bracelet to the right hand. So by the end of the day, you need to make sure all 10 bracelets are on the right hand. I know people that have done this with rubber bands. I know others that have done with different things, but it's a good reminder. It's right on your hands. I need to still talk with 5 more people. I need to go get out there and talk to people. Again, you can do it throughout the day. This is a great way to get out there and work and kind of push yourself a little. It's a good conversation starter too. I talked about Maven. Maven's another great way. But no matter what system you use, make sure somehow you're entering the 4 chords. I talked about the 4 chords. If you haven't watched this was a training by Orville Thompson at Sensi Family Reunion. I believe it was in 2000, I think 12. It could be 11 or maybe 13, around then. But just type in Orville Thompson 4 chords and it should show up the video. It was recorded. He talks about his 4 chords. These are the things that are going to keep your business going. Why is it called 4 chords? Is because with music, there are 4 chords that make different songs. So 4 chords that make your business. You kind of can, switch these up, but you do need to do these 4 things. So first chord is sales, parties. Second is sponsoring. Let's see, both recruiting and helping team. Third is providing great customer service. And this is, you can count as your customers or your team with customer service. And 4 is improving your self-improvement. Self in both work and personal. You do need to take care of yourself. You don't want to overburden or overwhelm yourself that you're miserable. We all know if the mom's not happy, the family's not happy. Gotta take care of yourself. Too many of us, we're worried about our kids, our family, our team, our this, that, and we forget about ourselves. Whether that's buy yourself a bath bomb once a month and go take a relaxing bath for your 15 minutes for your self-improvement once a week or once a month. Make sure to take some relaxing time to rejuvenate you, because when you're rejuvenated, you will work better. So those are a few ideas of systems. Again, I just threw out a few different things. You can combine them. Maybe you like the checklist. Maybe you like this power hour, but want to do it with a themed setting and do, this all on Monday, an hour of it on Monday, another Tuesday, whatever works for you. find a system. If you want simplicity and something already printed off, go get the Power Hour on the workstation. But set time, or take that with you. If you're super busy and just need to work on the go, take it with you, take your checklist with you, work your business consistently. That is the key to success. Guarantee a lot of us superstar directors, a lot of those that are successful in anything, they don't give up. And the fifth thing I wanted to talk about is your mindset. Okay, you have to have a positive mindset. And I know Sensei's talked about this a lot. They talked a lot about it at Sensei Family Reunion this last year. I know at our leadership they talked about it. I even did a positive mindset with my story. You can go look at our YouTube. Having a positive mindset is what will make you go above and beyond others. Because if you are negative, guess what? You hold yourself back. I think, a lot of us may not have people. My family was never very supportive. They thought direct sales was a waste of money. I remember my mom just like, oh, no one does well with those. You shouldn't get in that. That's just, people just annoy their family and friends. Guess what? I don't annoy my family and friends, and I'm positive with my business. I have done well because I don't let the negativity of others pull me down. I don't let my own self-doubt pull me down, because we kind of all have a little self-doubt. Yes, I'm shy. I'm not as outgoing as so-and-so, or as I didn't hit superstar director as fast as so-and-so, or wow, look at them going. I can't do that. That is what's holding you back. And I think we are the biggest person that holds us back. So don't let yourself hold you back. You can be successful. I guarantee it. Don't let your fears or your procrastination or your excuses hold you back from your business. We all have excuses. You know what? I have to take a wheelchair when I go out in public. That could be an excuse. I was on bed rest for 6 months. That could be an excuse to stop my business, but it wasn't. It was my way of, I'm going to find a new way to work my business, or I'm going to keep working my business. I'm just going to have to change some things up. That is what will make you successful, is working your business consistently, getting a system that works for you. I promise, being consistent, overcoming those doubts of yourself or others, you can be successful with this business. So find a system that works with you and grow your business. Be amazing. Work this business. You can make huge income. I know people are like, oh, yeah, you can't. It's because they're holding themselves back. They are not working it as a business. That was number 2. Or they're letting number 5, their self-doubt or their excuses hold them back, or they're not working their systems, or they're not working it consistently. So you need to do these 5 things. This is how you work smarter, not harder. Okay, so I'm going to just go over those 5 things again. Know your goals. Break them down into action steps. 2, work your business like it's a business. 3, focus on income producing activities. 4, set up a system. And 5, have a positive mindset and stop your fears and your excuses. This is what will make you a successful Sensei consultant. So thank you, and I hope you guys all take this and go set up some systems and keep working your business consistently. Bye.